Well, hello there. Anyway, I do watch all of your videos, and I love learning more about you. And I'm calling you from the Ladon suite. This is where Ladon stays when she's here, and I just happen to be here for right now. But anyway, I went to Asheville with friends, and I was kind of thinking when you were going on your camping trip that maybe you were going to the same place. Didn't want to say anything because it seemed as though maybe you didn't want people to know that was where you're going to be, so I didn't push it. But it was a great time. I did see Parangue, and the interesting thing about is the location the concert was in. It wasn't in a venue. It was actually at these people who've dropped out of society, and they want to just do farming on their own, and being a self-sustaining collective of people who are just working off the land. And that's where we stayed. That's where even the camping was. Now, I didn't stay there. It was too cold. I actually rented a house. It was a nice house, but it was, I guess I like to be pampered. Although, I do camping as well. I'm just not if it's too rough. But anyway, I have been concerned about what you're saying, because I do listen, and I'm being disassociated, and I have other relatives who are very much disassociated, and sometimes it goes with the autism. And the trick is to make sure that you stay connected with people. I mean, it's if you're connected with your stuffed animals, or your board games, or you just play online games all the time, which some people do that. There are people who just, they lose the ability to connect with people, and they just do all this video gaming and stuff. I'm not sure. Okay. I know you're a very spiritual person, and I am oftentimes brought into different situations to bring people together. I mean, I do think Sierra Marin was correct in her assumption that I am somebody who is the weaver of people. So it would seem like it wouldn't be very life-changing to meet me. I'm just a guy, right? But the difference is that I know a lot of very unusual people, and I have reached out to some very unusual people. And some of these people are quite dangerous people, but I've reached out to them anyway. It has almost cost. I've been in very dangerous situations, yes, but I've been there for people. And I mean, there was a guy who basically, he needed somebody to talk to, and I was basically kidnapped for a few hours because he just needed somebody to talk to. He was a violent guy, and he just wanted me around, and he didn't feel he could be without me, and it was very scary for me. So I'm not afraid of people, and that's almost cost me my life a few times. Anyway, I really hope that you can find people that you can associate with. That was the reason why I felt so much that you needed to find your tribe, your people, and that's why I thought that trip to Hawaii, we could meet some people there were musicians there like Sierra Marin, and there were people who loved living on the land, and you had got a chance to be part of nature, and I felt you really needed that. Now, I'm not sure why you didn't see that as, hey, this is somebody who's an advocate for me. Here's somebody who's an ally for me. And for some reason, your spirit guides are pushing you away from me. So I'm not sure those spirit guides are always leading you in the right direction, is my issue. I think that there are spirits, and think about this. There are spirits who are jealous of you. You get to live on the earth with a real body. Imagine that. They're jealous of you. They want a body like you have. I mean, you want to be connected to spirit, you want to be connected to the earth. 50 years from now, you'll have your chance. 50 years from now, you'll be in the ground, being able to connect with nature all you want. But you have a really great opportunity to not only be here on the planet, but to get your message across. People relate to your music. They do. And it's very deeply, they connect you with your music. And in fact, I love, let's see, opportunities. I'm going to share with them a couple things. I went to a ecstatic dance. I think you would love ecstatic dance. You just basically get to do what you do with a lot of other people, and they're all over the country. I happen to go to the one that LaDon hosts. LaDon actually is she hosts she schedules the DJs and that. You want to be a DJ? She's the one who schedules DJs, and she's your friend. Well, anyway, I went there, and the DJ that was there, he actually, he does documentaries, because maybe you know this or not, but a couple of my friends are going to be part of a documentary, and that was another thing. It's like, what another missed opportunity for Meg. I consider you a friend, even though, maybe you don't consider me a friend. I don't see you, but it's like, boy, if Meg was my friend and being a celebrity, I would have her in that documentary. I mean, heck, a documentary about somebody that's being made and she's dying right now. I mean, you could go visit this person who's a subject of a documentary. Imagine how cool it would be that Meg Myers somehow visited this famous or infamous person, depending on your perspective, but she certainly had a big following, and go visit her, and it would be kind of neat. I actually have audio footage of exposing Tracy Elise to your music for the first time. If I wanted to insist that was in there, it's like my friends who are part of this documentary. Yeah, it really is a deal breaker if you don't include a little bit of Meg Myers' reaction video of Tracy Elise. That would be outrageous. So Tracy Elise ran one of the goddess temples. One of the earliest emails I sent you, I thought you should meet the three people who I knew who ran goddess temples, meaning Tracy Elise, who ran the goddess temple most infamously in Phoenix, then Deborah Dawn, not a real last name, but who ran the goddess temple in Waterford, Michigan, and also Elise Mystique, also not a real name, who ran the one in San Diego. So I thought, hey, you meeting these people, they're very eccentric people, by the way, and that would be kind of interesting. So that was one of my first emails. So now Tracy Elise is dying of brain cancer, and Elise Mystique has lung disease, and she's blind. So those are things that are pretty scary. But I think your music relates to people who are suffering in some ways. I do know people who are autistic and sort of live in a different world in some ways, and I mean, I think there's something to be said for meeting these people, and I feel like really reaching out to LaDon and actually being a real friend to her would have been a really great thing for you. I think it would have been a great, an ally to go through your life with. I kind of joked about it, but I have a friend who moved to Asheville who's very, very connected. She'd be a great person for you and to be a friend with. She's also musical. She's an artist. I think you could reach out to her. You could go out and hang out with her. And she was there when we made the song for you. It's another thing that's a little odd. I never could understand. It seemed as though, like, when we chatted a bit, after the Hawaii trip, every once in a while, and he just sort of broke that off right about the time that we're going to make a song for you. And it sounded, oh yeah, I'd like to hear that song for you. And then all of a sudden, you were just too busy. But not only too busy for me, but you're like, I don't see your brother in your videos anymore, or your niece. I mean, you just can't wait to get out of Asheville. Like I said, there are people in Asheville who run this farm where they just live on the farm and are just connected with nature. And that's where that Parangi concert was at. You could reach out to them, but you won't. Why? Don't understand. Maybe it's hard. It's harder and harder to relate because, I mean, in a way, we want to connect with people. I mean, the collective. What happened to that collective? I mean, you have all these Meg Myers fans, and being Meg Myers, it's like, who knows the fans more than, well, me, I guess. I mean, I know more of the fans. I talk to your fans all the time. We're concerned about you. We love you. We pray for you. And I don't know. I mean, we're here for you, and uh, I mean, if ever you want a vacation, well, I'll help. Well, I don't want to be turned into the Susan fiasco either, but I mean, that's the thing is that there's people that really want to connect with you and be part of you, part of your life, and and okay, now we get onto other things about your career, right? I mean, I know your music is different from what it was before, so you really need to find other acts to be part of. Like I have other people who perform the kind of music that you're now producing. And if ever you needed to reach out to me, I could put together a show where you'd be part of several people coming in together and be like a little show with other people with your kind of new music. I could give you details if you were interested. So, another thing is music videos right now. Okay, I'm dating someone whose son is a Hollywood movie producer. In fact, he was there to help make that music for you. You know, he actually bought one of those drum things that you sit on out of his own money to help make the Meg Myers song a little better. He orchestrated the 3 guitar parts and he played the guitar himself. He's a movie producer. And he's done music videos for people like RFK Jr., like the guy that's in charge of health. His kids were in a music video that he produced, you know, Lisa's son. Because if you have enough money, you can hire a Hollywood movie producer to do your music videos for your kids. But the point of it is there's you know, there are 2 different people doing documentaries. There's the big studio who did the documentary on Frankie Ruby. If you saw that on Netflix, that 3-part series. I mean, that movie production studio is the one that's going to be doing. At least there's contracts signed to do the video about Tracy Elise. I know you don't have a canal connection to her, but of course it's kind of interesting that I have a reaction video of one of your songs. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, maybe it's kind of too late. She's pretty close to death now. Maybe it would be too late to be with her now. But I think that there's a lot of opportunities for you. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I could probably find people who could have, or places for you to have concerts. I mean, if you're going to do a concert in December, how about I find a venue for you, right? How cool would it be? Maybe we could rent out, and we could go to Asheville. I mean, I don't know how big the facility is that my friend actually is in charge of booking a facility. It's kind of small though, but we could find a bigger place for you to perform in. Maybe perform live, have your fans come out for Christmas. Be fun. Anyway, just to know, I want to help you with your career and your life in any way I can, and I'm not sure why you wouldn't reach out to me. I mean, I can prove that I can do anything I need to do. I even put together a song for you, which I don't think you ever had any interest in hearing, even though you kind of said you would. Well, anyway, I'm not giving up on you. I kind of think though that in some ways it's like I don't know how to connect with you or how anybody can connect with you as a person to person. Maybe you can only just connect with nature and then, you know, why even have I mean, I don't know. We like I said, you'll always be able to connect with nature in your death. Okay, now is your opportunity to connect with people in real life, and I'll help you in any way you can. Introduce you to the right people in Asheville. You know, people who have song circles. I mean, there are people who in nearby Asheville. I know it's actually Bernardsville or whatever that actually have like song circles and they get together. It's amazing. And I may be able to send you some special footage some bootleg footage that somebody took from Barangay. I also did actually post a few of the songs. Okay, maybe. Okay, just for you because I think you need that. Okay, all right, we'll talk later. Hopefully. All right, bye.